Something that we spoke about was the idea of this fusion, right? The English countryside and the Caribbean. So what are you doing to express the concept to people who are new to it?
It's been a long road to figure out how to really package it in words and explain to people who might not be familiar with this style of cuisine. I think the thing that really made it click for me, and we've been telling this anecdote, is Chef India grew up in London in a Jamaican household. Her mother's Jamaican, her father's Scottish. She would have Sunday roast just like anyone else in England, but all the flavors were turned up to 10. So instead of roast chicken, it would be jerk chicken with gravy. Lots of spice, lots of heat, lots of flavor and color. And that's how we're explaining it. It's a really autobiographical menu for her. So she grew up in London, cooking, English food with a Jamaican twist with her grandma. And then she kind of worked all over Europe. So her background and her point of view, and then her travels. So picking up different things in Spain and France, and then 3 Michelin star restaurants in London. And so this is like the culmination of her culinary journey. Having worked for 2 very different companies in New York, so working for Will Guidere and Daniel Hume, Make It Nice for 8 years, and then Michael Stillman and Quality Brandon for another 4.5. And they seem on the surface like they're pretty different restaurant groups. One, Michelin stars, the other's like fun and zany. Taking those 2 different types of approach and finding the through line of making people feel really good about what they're eating and leave really happy and just have a really good time and try to surprise and delight is what I've taken away. So Chef was cooking at Saga most recently, 2 Michelin stars, and to take like the high-end precision of that type of food, but deliver it in like an unfussy, unstuffy way and have people leave feeling really good, that's what we're going for.
Something that you also shared is that your partnership is the thing that's one of the most enjoyable parts of this. Tell us about your partnership.
We're really lucky, I guess, to have found each other and work together. It's like any close relationship, communication is key. Don't go to bed angry. Contact is really important. Having all of those things, and the 2 of us also experienced 2 partner breakups in our careers. We'll watch Will and Daniel break up, and then India watched James and Jeff break up. And so, having that foundation of, hey, these are all the things that could go wrong, let's make sure that doesn't happen to us, obviously remains to be seen. We feel really strongly of, we've seen the pitfalls and we're going to work really hard to avoid them.
So developing this new business, the raising money piece was brand new. Maybe not that hard. You had lots of people who were like, dude, I'm going to bet on you when it's time. And yet it was a very tough road.
I think I went into it pretty cavalier. It's almost like having kids. Everyone says it's really hard, but it can't really be that hard, is it? And it was impossible. And I was talking to someone about this yesterday who's been in the restaurant industry for 30 years, who's never raised money and is thinking about starting his own project from the ground up. One of my key takeaways is the operator hat and the fundraising hat are very, very different. They're very different roles. As an operator, you're not prepared to be a salesperson and on the phone, on the road, dinners, everything all the time, and getting told no all the time. That was a steep learning curve. I went into it having a couple conversations with some people, regulars, and people in my network saying, hey, I'm going to open a restaurant. I'm about to sign a lease. Are you interested in investing? And I had a list, probably about, 5, 6 people that I thought were solid. Not one of them ended up investing. I think fortunately for me, my landlord relationship is what ultimately saved and helped me. The landlord was a big believer. I was having trouble raising money at first, so he spent all of his tenant improvement allowance without me putting $1 in to help me. We ran into some issues during construction where we were running really low on funds, and he just helped cajole the subcontractors into staying on the job even though the money was slow. And the landlord relationship was really a big saver of the challenges of raising money.
And then you said you were at a point where you still needed additional funds, and there was a little pause in the press.
Yeah, we had to pause construction for just over a month because we didn't have enough money to keep everyone working. The landlord, his name's Michael Kirchman of GDS&Y, and he stepped in and helped massage relationships and gave encouragement and kept the project going. That was really amazing. A couple people from the network that I didn't see getting involved in helping came to my rescue.